Hello, people. Welcome back to the Carrier Playthrough. I'm your host, Chad Marco. Happy New Year. I was doing a New Year stream, but my internet was very unstable. So I said, fuck it. I said, play video games. Um, I guess my first New Year's resolution, get better internet. Because I've been dealing with that shit for a while. It's time to get that shit fixed. But I can't be a streamer with unstable internet. So I'm gonna get that handled this weekend. But in the meantime, I figured let's do something productive shit or somewhat productive. Um, so remember we beat the game last episode, but we beat it with Jack. Next, we have to beat it with Jessifer's. I think that was a typo or something. Her name is Jessica or Jennifer or some shit like that. But this time we're gonna play it with the Japanese voices and the subtitles on. So it's gonna be a little different. Sound. Okay, and if you hear gunshots in the background, it's because it's New Year's. So here we go. So from what I heard, from what I read, Jennifer's part is much shorter than Jack. Like it's like half the length. So this might be two, three. I say it's gonna be like 2 to 4 episodes. I'm just glad that I get to use a cute girl. Bob. This game is already better.
僕はパイロットのイーグルフェザー少尉。ここは2層にある物資搬送用のエレベーターです。生存者を捜索中に倒れているあなたを見つけて、ここまで運んできたんです。
え、イーグルフェザー？もしかしたらイーグルフェザー軍曹の弟さんじゃなくて？
イーグルフェザー軍曹。ジャック・イーグルフェザーならば僕の兄ですが、兄をご存知ですか？
なんという偶然かしら。私は情報部第一課のマニング少尉、ノア司令本部から派遣された事故調査隊のメンバーの一人よ。そしてあなたのお兄さんのイーグルフェザー軍曹も同じ調査隊の一員としてここに来ているはずなの。
え、本当ですか？それで兄は今どこに？
それが乗ってきたヘリがこの船の迎撃システムに撃ち落とされて脱出の時にバラバラになってしまったの。
そうですか。
大丈夫、私が助かったんですもの。きっと無事よ。ちょっと待ってちょうだい。今連絡を取ってみるわ。イーグルフェザー軍曹、聞こえますか？こちらマニング少尉。
マニング少尉、ご無事だったんですね。
今気がついたところよ。それよりも軍曹、
I'm just in awe.
弟さんは無事。今一緒にここに。
I'm just in awe. The game is like 10% better already.
ひどいノイズだわ。声がうまく聞き取れない。聞こえていますか？弟さんは生きているのよ。切れたわ。
兄は無事でしたか？
ええ、ノイズがひどくてよく聞き取れなかったけれど、声の感じは元気そうだったわ。
そうですか。よかった。
イーグルフェザー少尉、この船で一体何が起こったの？
きっかけは
I apologize too.
その爆破で放射能が漏れて
You won't be able to see all the subtitles because of my webcam, but
あっ
you
とい
should
う
be
間
able to
に
get the gist
彼
of
女
it.
が地獄に変わりました。
どういうこと？アークとは何なの？
まだはっきりとしたことは分かりません。今生き残った仲間を救出しながら情報を集めているところです。
そう。
少尉、こんなことを言っていいのかどうか分かりませんが、艦内は本当に危険な状況です。脱出された方がいいと思うのですが。
ご心配ありがとう。でもそれはできないわ。任務はもちろんだけれど、この船には情報部の仲間が乗り込んでいるはずなの。彼らの安否も確かめなければ。仲間を思う気持ちはあなた。
そうですか。わかりました。では僕は行きます。仲間の救助に戻らなくては。
イーグルフェザー少尉、気をつけて。お兄さんと無事再会できることを祈っているわ。
ありがとうございます。 少尉もお気をつけて。
Did that run? He run like he got a broke leg. Dude, I don't know if it's because I'm a weeb, an anime nerd, but why is it that the Japanese voices just sound better? Period. Already, I'm like, it's so much better. And I'm gonna I'm gonna make this thread on the A board on 4chan and maybe even look it up. I don't like, is it really that the Japanese voice actors are better, or do they seem better because we can't understand them? That's the thing. Like, that's what I'm wondering. But the thing about it, the reason why I think, because it's like, even though I can't understand them, I can sense their emotion. I can't understand them, but I can sense their emotion. It's just like how, I like listening to Japanese songs and I don't even know what they're saying, because you can feel the soul, the rhythm, the energy, and you can enjoy that aspect of it even if you don't know what they're saying. Damn, like why are her legs so fat? Look at her leg, look at her cankle. I ain't gonna lie, bro, but I love bitches built like this. This is a black man's wet dream. I'm just saying, like, it's not unusual for female characters to have like sexy proportions, right? But don't her legs just look fat? They just look fat. Like, her legs, like she got water retention or something. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I'm going for it. I'm with it. Okay. But you just gotta wonder, is it really that the the Japanese voice actors are better, or is it that we just don't understand them? It's something to think about. But so far, I like it better. The energy overall is just better thus far. Okay, how do I get the fuck out of here? Oh, that was stupid. That was stupid. So she starts with a scanner. I'm not gonna lie, I would have rather. I'm thinking maybe her legs are so big because they're based on Jack's model. Jack has those really big pants. I don't know. I'm probably wrong, but I just said her legs look weird compared to her upper body. Her legs look like she got the legs of a pog, but the upper body of like an average woman. It's kind of weird. I think I mentioned this before, but if you ever play Alone in the Dark New Nightmare, the female character, she got a fat ass. I mean, it's like, damn, she got one of the best female character models of that era, man. Like, no joke. Other than like 2D sprites, she's top tier, man. You see how these camera angles fuck you though? Like, because it's facing behind you. So you see what's behind you, but you don't see what's in front of you as you're moving forward. But you do have this. But then look how it switches when it wants. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like, why not have that angle from the beginning so I can see what's in front of me? One thing I hate about winter, the cold months, is that you got to use the heater. And like, so right now we got the heater on. But I don't like it. It's like, I don't like the feeling of artificial heat. artificial cold, like the air conditioner is fine for me, but I hate artificial heat. It's like the air is different. It's like it makes the air stuffy, right? And it's like a normal hot day. I'd rather have a normal hot day than heat from a heating unit. Cause it's like it just makes the air stuff. Like if it's just a hot day, it doesn't seem to really change the air. It's just hot. I mean, I guess technically yeah, it changes the air, but I'm saying like it doesn't give it that same. Like right now, again, it's like I'm breathing in artificial heat as opposed to like natural heat or a natural temperature. That's how it feels. She already gets the grenade launcher. That's how you can tell her part is really short. Like they like, here you go, bitch. You gonna need this.
暴走しているわ。この暑さはそのせいなのね。
Ah, so remember when you're Jack and you check this, it's already empty. Okay. I'm disappointed that her part is much shorter than his though. Cause I'm not gonna lie, you know, when it comes to survival horror games, I do have a preference for playing as girls. I promise I'm not a tranny. But I do. I just. I don't know. It's something about. I guess it's maybe it's like how in horror movies, it's a little bit more exciting when you have like the final girl. It's like a feeling of vulnerability, and then oftentimes they're cute and nice to look at.
何が起きているの？この船で。
Oh shit. And really, her character model is just better than Jack. Like Jack, I like this game, but Jack has a bad character model, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I'm not digging it. I'm not digging it. I was never digging his character model. Is it? Oh, I'm telling you, what if? So look at that zombie over there. You see him? Remember what they said about the items, about them sharing resources, and AI told me they didn't. It's empty. Oh my god, Gemini, you son of a bitch! Control panel for the turbine is activated and cannot be stopped. Okay, well, we got our first save here. So it should change the name. It's gonna be blue. Watch this. Damn. Okay, Jessifer. Her name is Jessifer? I thought it was fucking Jessica or Jessifer. Is that even a name? That's not a real name. Jessifer. I don't know, bro. I do not know. Damn, she got some big ass legs. Shit. I see girls like this at the gym all the time, man. I don't know how many times I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm sure you guys get tired of me saying it, but damn, man, them girls in the gym, they be having some big butts. Thick thighs, big butts, and they love to show it off. There was one girl, I'm not, like, normally I'm good at not looking. Saw this one girl, bruh, man, I couldn't help my damn self.
これは。このおびただしい植物は一体何なの？
This is like watching a Japanese movie.
この船全体が
Like a Japanese horror
植物
movie.
に乗っ取られているみたい。不気味だわ。一刻も早く情報部の人間と合流して情報を本部に持ち帰らなければ。情報部の人間のデータは。
I feel like going to the corner store and get some candy. Sandra Cates, engineer. So that's her buddy?
あった。サンドラだわ。 空機メーカーから派遣された技術士官と
Well,
して登
Jack
録されて
didn't
る
find
の
her dead body, so
第三層の居住区。
okay. So I guess she starts on this level, but ends up going to the other levels. Mark Stillwell. Damn, she got a whole crew. Engineer from N&H, an airplane manufacturer.
マークも登録内容は同じね。二人とも無事ならいいのだけれど。OK。隔壁はここで
I
操作
wonder
する
when the
やつよ
gym opens in the morning. I might go like 8 or 9.
やったわ。
I'm off work today for New Year's, so. Ooh. What if she gets a shotgun? What if she gets like a different weapon? That'd be cool. I should have been paying attention to. We'll figure it out though. Okay, where are we headed? Well, we can go straight, but I want to go to that magazine room first. Can't go that way. So which one was the magazine room? All right, I gotta cut across here. I still hear the gunshots outside. We in 2026, baby. I guess it's kind of cliche to say that 2025 went by fast. But it did. It did kind of go by fast, man. It seemed like just yesterday, Trump. Whoa. What the fuck? Is that an invisible enemy? What the fuck? I don't see shit. He must be around the corner. Yeah, he right there. That's fucked up. How do I lure him out? Wait, classic. Classic ploy there, right? You like that? Pop, pop. That's a classic. Have your back facing them so that you can just run forward without having to waste. Like, normally you gotta do this. Then that slow ass quick turn. Look at that. Look how slow it is. As opposed, you back up, get their attention, and run forward. See that's experience right there. That's called bad survival horror game, tank control, fixed camera angle experience, boy. What was that? Was this the magazine room? Okay, what's down this way? We got some nice open doors here. Magazine. Check this damn room. Does she get T7 bombs? Yeah, of course she gets T7 bombs. Who am I? What am I talking about? This is kind of off topic, but I've been watching that basketball podcast, Gil's Arena, and recently they got Skip Bayless on their network, like on their team. He's doing like the football side of it, but they've been doing like crossovers and whatnot. 3 Machine Gun magazines. But I noticed something on one of the latest episodes. Gil wasn't there, but they had Skip Bayless at one of his guys with the rest of the crew. And I noticed that they have like really good chemistry when Gil isn't there. I hate to say it. Because Gil is the leader. Like, he's the mastermind of the podcast. It's named after him. But I noticed that, Rashad McCants despite his appearance, he's actually a really good sports analyst and commentator. And him and Skip Bayless, they kind of have like a good chemistry together. I think they both take it very seriously. And you know, Gil is more so like he's like the best of both worlds. He's a good analyst, but he also has like good charisma and character. So he's like making jokes and being funny when Rashad wants to just talk basketball. But I just noticed that, you know, I'm just kind of giving Rashad his credit. Like he's he's actually the best sports analyst on that show.
これは何？なぜ空母の中にこんな植物が？
Why would she get that close to it? Dude, she dropped the bomb. It did nothing.
ダメだわ。こんなに生命力の強い植物があるなんて。早く情報を集めなければ。
I don't know if it's because of the voice or this girl or the combination of both, but the vibe has changed. Like there's been a vibe shift. There has definitely been a vibe shift since I switched to this girl, bro. Like it feels more like a B horror movie game now. And I guess that's always what it has been, but it's a different vibe now. There's something about it. I'm digging it. Don't get me wrong. It's just the vibe is just different right now, bro, and I'm liking it. I'm not complaining. Like this is it's just I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm feeling here. She got a lot of damn cutscenes though. Hey, the old man.
少尉、無事じゃったか。
ドクターもご無事で何よりです。
アークの研究をしておる開発部を情報部が懸念しておるのは聞いておる。
はい。情報部では今回の事故の大きな原因がアークにあるのではないかという。
I like his old man voice.
アークについてできる限りの情報を開発部から回。
しかしアークの実態は情報部はおろか、開発部の予想をはるかに超えた存在らしい。
そうですか。ドクターがそうおっしゃるほどだとすると、一刻も早く本部にデータを持ち帰って分析しないとまずそうですね。
なんとか映像を記録してくるんじゃ。それまでに基礎データをまとめておく。
はい。
扉が閉まっておるはずじゃ。今開けてやる。
わかりました。よろしくお願いします。
何をしている？時間がない。急げ。
He got really serious all of a sudden. I like his voice too, though. I don't like any of the American voice actors, man. They all suck. Damn, I'm sorry. Y'all some sorry ass voice actors, man. Sorry. Damn, bro. I don't even understand these people, and they putting all them to shame, man. It's an embarrassment. Whatever fucking union they got going on, they need to dismantle that shit immediately, bruh. Cause y'all are sorry. I just gotta say it, bruh. Damn, what? Like, how did y'all find? I don't get this shit, bruh. I guess the development cost of a game is already so much. They just feel like they can't afford decent voice actors, bro. But that ain't it. That ain't it. That's not it. There's too many talented people in the world, bro, that'll do this type of shit for free. Something is just wrong, man. Like something is just, it's no way. It's impossible that people can just be that bad. Like, they just don't know what the fuck they doing, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. She laying them down right now. Red door, locked from the other side. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay away from that. Definitely gonna need that machine gun soon, though. I'm already running low on ammo. So where am I now? I think there's a giant plant there too. So we're gonna go back up. So it should be what, that door and go up. Man, I bet they thought they were doing something too, and when they created the tech for them to run in the blood and then leave blood footprints. I wonder what was the first game to do that. You know, and it might not have been blood the first time. It might have been mud or water. I mean, all credit to whoever figured that out. You know, that's one of those little details that we take for granted now. But, you know, there were some developers back in the day that, you know, they really paved the way for games now that have the sort of realism that they do. Those little details. Whoa. Wowzers. That would have been a good setup right there, though. Like, to have an enemy right here, because your instinct is to turn that corner as quickly as possible because of the plant monster. Oh, well, they kind of did it. Shot him in the back of the damn head. Okay. Which way? Oh, I'm getting a vibe over here. Wait, what's over there? Another door. Let's check here first. Whoa, cutscene.
何なのあれは。
I mean, I love this little like magical spiritual track here where you find the art. It's beautiful.
アーク。信じられないわ。
Aku?
核融合炉に張り付いてるなんて。それにあの輝きは何なの。
What is causing the brilliance?
融合炉のエネルギーを吸い取っているみたい。時間がないわ。とにかく記録を。
Is she gonna take pictures of it? Dreamcast. Okay. You done, baby girl? Is there a door on this side too? I forgot. Oh, you can go up here. Okay, that's locked though. Is there a door here? There is. Okay, let's check it out. The sensor is damaged. Shit. And oh, okay. I guess that was the door that was locked from the other side. And so I think down that way is up that plant that's blocking the way. So let's just go back. This is a too much information moment, but I've been farting a lot today. I don't know what got me so gassy. I had a weird moment at work, bruh. Report on Heimdall incident. Ship Captain James McGregor on April 4th, 2023 There was an explosion in the engine room, but fortunately, it did not affect the progress of the ship. After a preliminary examination, we concluded that have it may have been an act of terrorism. For this reason, we would like to have a member of the special forces, as well as a terrorist expert included in the special investigation team. I think it was a typo. God, this artificial heat is killing me.
ドクターからデータを受け取らなければ。
Okay. Okay, so back up. Yeah, I had a weird moment at work. I had accidentally touched my female coworker's butt, and it's hard to explain how it happened. But basically, it was a movement that I had to do. I had to do like this somewhere. Whoa. And I didn't know that she was right there. Like she was right there in front of me, but she was like behind something and I didn't see her. So when I did it, I had accidentally touched her butt. And I was like, I'm so sorry, my bad. And she knew it was an accident. She wasn't tripping on it. It wasn't a big deal. But it was funny because I it's amazing. Like even accidentally touching a woman on the butt is like so stimulating. I mean, again, it was a complete accident. But I'd be lying if I said that I didn't feel like the softness. I know I sound like a creep saying it. It's just being honest though, bro. Like it was an accident, but I felt soft female butt for the first time, and it was crazy. But she was cool about it. She knew it was an accident. She wasn't tripping or nothing. Me and her, we get along. There's a machine gun next to the body. It looks usable. Man, I'm glad it happened with somebody that I'm cool with. Because, some girls, they would have thought I did it on purpose or
こ
something.
こで管理しているようだわ。うかつに触るわけにはいかないわね。何が起こるかわからないわ。ヘイムダルの火器はここで管理しているようだわ。
Yeah, I'm telling you, I did like this, and I did not know she was there. It was like a basic movement that I had to make, at a station I was at my job. And she was right there and I just couldn't see her. And my hand just went right across her ass, bruh. But little moments like that just always remind me of the power that women have. Like even a small touch like that can be significant. Like I remember when I shook a girl's hand for the first time, and like just feeling how soft her hand was, and how small her hand was compared to my own. I never forget that shit. It was so amazing to me. And I think I even said it out loud, which probably sound weird to her, but I couldn't help it. I really could not help myself because I was shocked. I was like, what? It's like touching a girl is like touching a different creature. Like women really are built completely different than we are. The bone structure, the softness of the skin, the size of their body part. It's like it's all different. And you know, as a virgin, I'm very sensitive to it. So whenever I have those moments, it's like wowzers, Lord. I ran into an alien today. Well, we already doing this backtracking bullshit. Can I go in here? And this is like the first engine. Can I use this? Okay, can't be used. All right, and I already saved. I know he said something about a computer. I'm already at that point, huh? But also remember that the rooms are split, even though they don't look like that. So I'm gonna check the bottom half of the room there just to be sure. I know he gave me some instructions, but I already forgot what the fuck he asked me to do. She said something about some data or something. I got a machine gun, right? That was not a good sound effect. Okay, so we got 3 healing items. She looked good with that thing in her hand. It sounded like he was barking. He said, ooh. Yeah, the bad thing about the machine gun, though, is that it's like it takes a while to ready it. Look at that. Like a whole second there.
暴走しているわ。この暑さはそのせいなのね。
Damn. Alright, so just nothing here. At this point, haven't I been everywhere? It might be one. I think one of these engine, like the second engine room. You see those 2 doors there? Like there are 3 doors in that area, and so I'm gonna check those. I'm gonna check those. See if maybe I missed something there. I think there was a door that I skipped over, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I go through here. Okay. You know, I had went back and I watched 50 Cent's movie, Get Rich or Die Trying. And what made me want to watch it was you know, I watched this review of the movie. And you know, it's a show that I watch where they review like bad movies sometimes. I think it's called Double Toasted. And they did the 50 Cent movie. But they pointed out some interesting things that I didn't really notice the first time I watched it.
ダメよ。ドクターからデータ
If
を
I
受け取
don't
らな
get the
ければ。
data from the doctor. All right. So do I have to go? Maybe I gotta go the other way. But they pointed out, I don't know if you guys watched the movie or not. But you know, 50 Cent has like the big bad guy, the big enemy in that movie is a guy named Majestic. who actually introduced 50 Cent's character to the drug game and took care of him, but eventually, they became enemies. But they pointed out the fact that, he was like super smart and scheming to rise to the top of the organization he was in. And he succeeded. But towards the very end, he just started doing dumb shit. And I never noticed that when I first watched it, but they were absolutely right about that. Like by the end of the movie, he had went to 50 Cent's concert to confront him about a diss track, and the whole scene it doesn't make sense when you really think about it. Like how smart and capable that character was in order to make it to the top, and then to put himself in a bad situation like that, where you basically surrounded yourself with 50 Cent's guys, and then you try to fight them and then end up getting killed. It was just, I was like that movie really is like poorly written. Like if you really analyze that movie, is and I like the movie overall. Don't get me wrong. I actually do like it. I do like the movie, but I mean it's a mid, but I do like it. It's a fun movie. It's not a good movie, but it's a fun movie at the very least. Yeah, I'm lost. I'm stuck. I'm stuck because I'm talking about damn get rich or die trying. But it's a pretty poorly written movie if you really stop to analyze it. I'm gonna go talk to the doctor again. Maybe he'll. I probably should have paid closer attention to what he said, but somehow I don't think that would have helped. This game, it has a habit of giving you some pretty bad instructions. All right, doctor, I'm back.
映像を記録できたか。
Oh, he wanted me to
マーク
take
に
a
関する
picture
デ
and
ータ
bring
は
it
まとめて
back.
おいた。そこのディスクじゃ持っていけ。
Report on the nature of art, William Noble. Art. When the Earth's environment deteriorates, art records the life data of the living creatures around it, and when the environment revives, it releases this data. Life data does not refer to a particular set of genetic data, but that information which is necessary to recreate the ecosystem itself. When the environment revives, Ark releases the life data it protected for so long to reproduce the ecosystem. In this way, Ark is the creator of life itself. For example, during the dramatic fluctuations in temperature of the ice age, Ark took the life data of the living organisms into its seeds and preserved it. When the temperature once again became stable, Ark germinated and released the life data to once again create the ecosystem. Ark and the engine room incident. The seeds of Ark were driven to germination by radiation leakage caused by the explosion in the engine room. Ark then began to rapidly create the most suitable environment for life, a jungle. Inside the Heimdall, then Ark began to release larvae carrying the life data it had protected for so long. It was this larva that the crew was calling a parasite. The larva attaches itself to a crew member and begins to look for a place to propagate. Some of the larvae found its way into the food locker and with the food for nutrients began to release life data. However, since there is no place suitable for procreation inside the Heimdall, those crew members who have been infested by the larvae wandered like spirits throughout the ship. The dangers of art. Damn, it's a lot. Based on my experience, the following is a description of what would happen if art leaves the Heimdall. Ark is a motherly preserver of the ecosystem on Earth. From ancient times, a certain amount of a particular life form was permitted. However, humanity has grown to a greater extent, making it too difficult for other forms of life to survive. Therefore, if Ark germinates, it will work to correct the excessive propagation of humanity. For many, this would mean nothing less than death itself. Practical uses of Ark. All right, this is long. I gotta get hydrated here. Okay. Organic computer. The Zoe organic computer was built based upon the synapses of nature theory, a theory which suggests the existence of art. The discovery of art suggests the possibility of an even more sophisticated organic computer. Synapses of nature, a form of telepathy that exists among all living creatures. Within the framework of the synapses of nature, each living thing acts like a single cell in a larger organism, nature itself. And art has the ability to control nature itself and thereby control all of the living creatures of the earth. Terraforming technology. Art has the unlimited ability to protect and nurture life data in harsh environments. It is capable of carrying such life data over time and place. This ability could be used to develop a terraforming technique which would allow us to create a habitable environment for humans on other non-hospitable planets. Creation of new life. This is too long, bro. Like, you got to know when to cut shit short, dog. Art shows an incredible agility to adjust to its environment. This agility could be used to create a new life form whatever, man. Fuck it. Damn.
ドクターはどうなさるんですか？
That shit was
わ
too
しはここ
long.
に残ってなんとかこのゾーイをアークから分離させる。このままの状態でアークを放出したら人類は破滅じゃ。
わかりました。では先に行きます。ドクター、どうかご無事で。
That's the kind of information that you separate into like 3 different parts, bro.
何グズグズしておる。早く行くんじゃ。時間がない。
Yeah, that was too much. I'll go ahead and tell you. But this game is it's pretty bad at managing itself anyway. So we shouldn't be surprised. Oh, hold up. Okay. Okay, so we got the data. An excessive amount of data, but we got it. So I think we have to go to the area. Remember what she said? I got to get the data from the doctor. I think we got to go back there, basically. Let's see, forward. Okay, I think I can get there from here. You know, that scanner might be another padding technique when you think about it. Because you almost have to use it every time you enter a new room. Even if you're backtracking, you got to use it because they might have repopulated the room with new enemies.
Troop メンバー、応答してください。こちらマニング少尉。こちらイーグルフェザー軍曹。イーグルフェザー軍曹。弟さんは無事よ。自分も通信では話しました。ありがとうございます。
So really, you start using her at about the halfway point of Jack's story.
ドクター・ノーブルに渡し、ドクターからアークに関するデータを受け取りました。詳しいことはまだドクターから受け取ったデータを見ていないから。
We just read the whole document.
アークは核融合炉に張り付いていたのよ。私だって信じられないわ。一体あれは何なのかしら。一刻も早く本部に戻ってデータを分析に回さなくては。そうですね。自分もドクターとは通信で話しましたが、ドクターの予想よりはるかに危険なものだとのことでした。ええ、とても危険だわ。この世にあってはならないの。なぜだかそんな気がしてならないの。 私はこれからこの船にいるはずの情報部の仲間を探して合流するつもり。
自分は引き続き生存者の救出と調査を行います。お気をつけて。今この船では何が起こるか分かりません。
ええ、ありがとう。軍曹も気をつけて。
Okay, great. Yep, so now we can go through here. I'm assuming that we are about to probably go to a different deck, because they talked about her rescuing her friends. Yep, we're going up, baby. So Jack is trying to get down while she's trying to get up. Oh, man.
サンドラなの。こちらジェシファー。
Jessifer. That's not a real name, is it? It's like they combined Jessica and Jennifer together. Jessifer. That's an ugly name.
わかったわ。もう少し我慢してちょうだい。すぐに行くわ。わかった。そうだわ。マークもどこかにいるはずなの。彼はサザンクロスのスパイについて内定していたのよ。探し出して合流してちょうだい。オッケー。
Okay. I hope that alarm does not stay on the whole time.
第6層すべての隔壁を閉鎖します。
なんですって。
Oh, damn. Okay. I thought the alarm was going to stay on for a while. I was like, oh, boy, no, it's going to get on my goddamn nerves. Okay, so they locked me down here. That's great. Fun. Damn, she a thick-ass bitch. Lord. Don't you just want to lick her legs? I want to lick them thick-ass calves. Lord. Damn. I wish I had a girl like this. This is... Yeah, I'll take this. I'm down for this. Oh, man. I know what I'm doing after this stream. I'll tell you that much. Okay. You know, I noticed something when I went back to watch the Child's Play movies, you know, the Chucky horror movies. If you notice, like, going into the second movie and beyond, a lot of the people that would get killed were not likable. Like, it seems like those movies went out of their way to make the victims not likable. And maybe that's just so, like, the audience, the viewer, they could enjoy the movie more. I know sometimes, when you watch horror movies and the victims are like likable, normal people, that can kind of leave a bad taste in your mouth. You feel bad for them. But I noticed as the series goes along, and just pay attention, you'll see that a lot of the victims are not likable people. It's like, look at the third movie, when Andy goes to the military school. Who are some of the victims there? There's like the head of the military school who was an asshole. You had the barber guy, who was actually played by the actor, forgot his name, but the actor that played the dad in Hellraiser, the first Hellraiser movie. But yeah, the guy that was doing the haircuts on the ship, he was an asshole to the kids there, always, try to keep their hair cut short. He had like a weird hair fetish or something. Also, another victim was like I think it was the CEO or the executive of the Chucky doll. He was another asshole, a greedy asshole. The fuck? Oh, he too far away. I was bussing. Oh shit. Okay, what we got left? But it's one of those things that I've seen in several horror movies where it's like you can tell that they go out of their way to make the victims unlikable characters so that you don't feel as bad about them getting killed. And again, I think it's because in movies like that, the focus is on the audience just having a good time. Like it's a horror movie, but they want the audience to just again, it's supposed to be kind of comedic, maybe funny, and they don't want the audience to feel too bad that characters that they like are being killed off in horrific ways. Now, in the first Child's Play movie, it wasn't like that. I mean, kinda. You know, you had Eddie, who was Charles Lee Ray's partner in crime. You had the Voodoo Man who taught him to spell, but the Voodoo Man wasn't. Again, he wasn't unlikable. Like I said, the trend of the victims being unlikable really started in the second movie and really went all in the third movie. And even more so in Bride of Chucky. Like, I think 90% of the victims were unlikable. I think the only three that were really oh shit, is that her friend? Oh fuck. He got stabbed by a
怪物
person.
の仕業じゃない。ひどい。一体誰がこんなことを。情報部のディスク、こんなところに隠しているなんて。
Oh man.
重要な情報が。
I'm glad she noticed that.
これ持って帰るわね。あなたが命
He
だ
got
と思
killed
ったも
by
のですもの。
it must have been the doctor or Christopher Walken. Southern Cross Covert Activity, NTA Information Department, Section 1, Mark Stillwell. Lieutenant Mark Stillwell, along with Lieutenant Sandra Case, boarded the Heimdall disguised as engineers from an aircraft manufacturer to investigate the possible terrorist acts targeted at the Heimdall. Heimdall brought on board at NC-23 the ancient organism Ark headed for Port Newhouse. We began our investigation of the ship. There was an explosion in the engine room. After investigating the scene, it is clear that it was a terrorist act, but there may be a possibility that it was just a decoy for a much larger terrorist campaign. Investigation continues. The results of our investigation show that the real goal of Southern Cross is to sequester Ark. Just when we were going to interrogate Lieutenant Roskovich, the parasitic creature spread throughout the ship and mayhem prevails. Amongst the panic, I feared that Ark would find its way into the wrong hands. We must find the spy. Lieutenant Roskovich has finally revealed the name of the spy, anti-terrorist at X. There's a key with the disc. It looks like the key for room 301. Room 301 key obtained. Ain't that the name of that movie with Samuel Jackson and John Cusack? Bro. I think they do share items. Like, she gets her own every now and then, but if I hadn't opened that, I think it would have still been here. See, listening to that damn AI. Listening to that damn AI, man. I mean, she is finding her own stuff though sometimes, but I'm just saying it seems like it's a mix of both.
さようなら、マーク。
But that trend of making the victims unlikable people is really prevalent in Bride of Chucky. I mean, just go down the list of victims. You had Tiffany's little playmate. I forgot the actor's name. I think his last name is Arquette, and he's like trans or something now. But he was like a wannabe serial killer. Another victim was a dirty cop who got her Chucky's body. Another victim was the other dirty cop that was following the protagonist around and trying to set them up. Like he had planted weed in the car, and that's when Chucky got his hands on him. Also, the main girl's dad, who had hired that police officer to like stalk them and try to set up the boyfriend. The victims at the hotel, they tried to steal the money of the main couple, the protagonist, the main characters. I think the lady had stole their wallet, and Chucky had caught it too, and they went and they killed him. I think the only people in that movie that weren't like unlikable or like kind of bad people was the gay friend, and he got killed by a truck, and the two old people that they killed to steal their RV. An old painting showing the military port at Norfolk. And even with the two old people, they never showed their death. Like they were just dead in the bathroom in the RV. So in that whole movie, you never see the murder of any of like the good characters or the likable characters. You only see the murders of like the characters that are kind of bad. And I didn't notice that the first time, but now that I'm more of a more seasoned horror movie expert, I see that trend and I notice it now. And like I said, I think it's because in movies like that, the goal is for the audience to be able to enjoy the horror of the movie without being too attached to the characters that are dying. Because you will see this practice in quite a few horror movies if you pay attention, but sometimes it's kind of a mix. Like I think Final Destination 4 is a good example of that. One of the victims was like a racist KKK guy. What's left of one of the crew members, right? And another victim was like this douchebag preppy guy. He got his insides sucked out by the drain of a pool, and when he fell in the pool trying to get his lucky coin, ironically enough. But if the characters are assholes or just generally bad people, you don't have to feel bad about them dying. And it makes the movie a bit more of a lighthearted experience when horror can be pretty heavy sometimes, especially when you grow an attachment to the characters, when you like the characters, and it's like, oh, I don't want to see her die, or I don't want to see him die. And I know I'm very sensitive to that. I don't like seeing good characters get killed off, but you know. Oh shit! I saw him, but I didn't know that he was invisible because when I first saw him, it was through the scope. That's how he got me. So I didn't realize how close he was. I don't know, man. I might need to start using some of these bombs or something. Cause her ammo is I'm not using it there, I'll tell you that much. Whoa! What the fuck? They just spawned him in again. Oh shit. I might have to start using this welder more too. I forgot about the welder, man. What the hell is wrong with me? It's like saying boing, boing, boing. Well, screwed him over. Oh, damn. Yeah, I forgot how useful the welder can be for saving ammo. I might have to use it a bit more now that I think about it. Magazines, audio equipment, toiletries. Toiletries. Is there anything in here? I'm gonna have to talk to Gemini about this game because he told me that they don't share items. That's why you gotta listen to people and not AI, man. But you know what? I don't even really regret it. When I think about it, I don't regret it. Because I think the way the game is, it does kind of give you what you need when you think about it. You got the welding gun, which has infinite ammo. You got the bombs, which you get an infinite amount. They're awkward to use. They're very awkward to use, but they're usable. That's the point. Can I get him? Uh-oh. Shit. Yeah, at this point, it's hard to. Yeah. It's hard to kill enemies with just that shit at this point. Unfortunately. Yeah, as much as I want to easy shooter. Oh, she got a different machine gun too. It's not even the same one. Yeah, as much as I want to use the welding gun, I think that she's dropped into the game at the point when the enemies are kind of just too tough to take out like that. But I still need to be careful. You know. If I have the opportunity to save ammo, I gotta take it. Definitely can't afford to be too reckless. I think he's stuck behind the testicles there. What kind of welding gun is that? Okay, I already been through there. Just backtracking at that point. Look at them balls. Look at them balls. That's a broken sensor. Okay, I gotta keep going. That enemy keeps spawning here too. Like he just keeps coming back. I've killed him like 2 times already. Uh-oh. They're invisible too. Come on. Come on. Come on. Saw how I was being thorough there. Kept shooting. But I will say, when you look at what could have been left for her, it kind of seems like it's more of a bonus. Like if you would have left it, it just would have made her game a bit easier. But it doesn't seem like it was designed to be necessary. It's just like, okay, it'll be easier for her. But if you don't, you're gonna have to be very careful. Basically, that's the vibe that I'm getting. Okay, we'll end the episode there. We had our first experience with Jessifer. Stupid name. But so far, I'm digging it. I'm liking it. But we're just kind of going back over the same areas. So it does feel a bit like more of the same. But at the same time, it's different because another character. She got her own goals. And I got the Japanese voices on too. Yeah, it's a bit of a vibe shift. But I think the unfortunate thing about it is that you're going through the same areas, just kind of in reverse. And it's not like Resident Evil where you have the mansion and all the other environments, which are just fun to explore, interesting, well designed. You know, this ship is really kind of bland, if we're being honest. It does not. It's not the Resident Evil mansion at all. So it's not that exciting to go through a second time with a different character like the Resident Evil mansion might be. But, you know, we're going to finish the job. I'm going to come back. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And I'll see you in the next. So, Johnny.